What's up guys? Today I'll be reviewing two Gucci loafers. The first one is the Brixton, which is a modified version of 1953 horsebit loafers. And the second one is in Gucci's recent ready-to-wear collection, the Yonder loafers. I'll review all the pros and cons in this video, so don't miss out on the cons because you'll be surprised how overpriced Gucci loafers are. Before I get into each product, I'll briefly talk about the history of Gucci. As many of you guys know, the current creative director is Alessandro Michele. He's worked at Gucci for 12 years as an accessory designer, and he was virtually unknown when he stepped up to the plate. In 2015, he replaced Giannini, and since then, Michele transformed the decades-old Italian fashion brand to the most trendy and must-have designer brand for celebrities. Also, he's the one who came with snakes and tiger design, so you could say he rebranded Gucci. Now I'll be reviewing the Brixtons. The first thing you'll notice when you purchase Gucci shoes is the box. I believe all the recent productions come with this flap, so if you're looking for a secondhand pair and they don't have this flap, most likely it's going to be a fake one. Also, if you look close into these stickers, there's an RFID tag attached to it, and that's also an indicator of an authentic pair. Once you open the box, you'll see the dust bag with the guarantee card. One dust bag for each shoe. Although I never use them, it feels nice to see these because it gives that special feeling. One more note on fake ones. A lot of them actually replicate the dust bag and the guarantee card and even the receipt. So don't trust those, but trust the quality of it. They won't copy the quality of the material. The authentic dust bags have this silky texture, whereas a lot of fake ones will look more like a cotton blend dust bag. I'll also make another video on spotting fake luxuries if you're interested, so let me know in the comments below. After you go through the paperwork, you'll see these beautiful loafers in their natural habitat. I mentioned that I never use dust bags, but these stuffing paper is what I keep all the time. These are actually really nice to have because it'll keep your loafers in good shape and also absorb the excess humidity after you wore them. So don't throw these out and keep them in the shoe boxes. You must be quite familiar with this design, because they're really close to the 1953 horsebit loafers, and those actually have been around since the 1950s. The biggest difference between Yonders and Brixtons is the profile of the shoes. The Brixtons have more of a sexier feel to it because it's more tight around your feet and the leather is softer. And one thing to keep in mind with Gucci shoes is that they have their own sizing. They don't follow US, and it's not even like the UK sizing, they have their own. They do have a conversion chart from Gucci size to US size, but I do recommend going a full size down or at least half size down. For myself, I normally wear a 39 European or 7 US sizing, but these are 6 in Gucci size. Brixtons come in multiple variations. You can find the ones that have embroiderings here, or you can find the classic one like this one. The classic Brixtons are less flashy, which means it's more versatile. You can wear these to a business meeting or on a date night. However, if you have the embroiderings, you won't wear that to a business meeting. If you're looking for your first Gucci loafers, I highly recommend going for the classic design because you can't go wrong with it and it won't go out of style for at least another decade, if not a century. When it comes to casual looks, black isn't the best color for your shoes. However, this is where Brixton sets a new standard for loafers. They made the back foldable so that you can wear with formal and casual outfits. This is for formal and this is for casual. And after you step on this back, it doesn't leave a mark on the leather, which is great. The biggest reason why I love Brixtons is because of this huge spectrum of outfits that you can wear with. Next, going to the constructions. It is a well-made pair, but it definitely doesn't fit the price point. As you can see, the stitches are not hand sewn. Everything is stitched by a machine. I'm not saying that it goes on the conveyor belt like Nike or Adidas shoes. It's just that they're using a sewing machine instead of hand stitching. Not a big deal, but handmade will definitely have better quality control. I was a bit disappointed by this because I could easily buy fully handmade loafers with the same price. Now going to the leathers, the leather is actually really soft. Italians are very good with leather, so you can expect high quality leather. Inside, you can find the serial number and the entire inner lining is also leather. This is not the best material for people who have sweaty feet because the leather won't absorb much humidity as cotton lining and it will also decay over time. Going to the bottom of the shoes, you can see this rubber padding with the wooden sole, and this entire bottom is made with leather. So be careful if you're going to walk on marble or even shopping malls, because these are really slippery. I highly recommend getting Vibram soles from your local cobbler, or go with the transparent stickers that you can find in Amazon. I usually go with the sole stickers because let's say something happened to your shoes, like disc brakes or like heel comes off, Gucci won't repair your shoes if you ever took it to the cobbler. Also, the sticker does a good job. It's transparent, so it's good looking, it's durable, and it's easy to replace. As you can see here, the bottom sole doesn't have any stitching lines, which means that it's glued. Obviously, the glued bottom lacks durability. As you can imagine, over time there's higher chance of top and bottom halves splitting apart. At first, I was expecting the bottom sole to be hand sewn, but then I smelled glue around the bottom sole. So I went to the Gucci store and asked, and they have confirmed that the bottom sole is actually glued. And the fact that I can even smell the glue itself, it was really disappointing. This is really unexpected for a pair of luxury shoes, because if I'm spending around $1,000 for a pair of shoes, it shouldn't smell like glue. Now I'll wrap it up with the pros and cons. Number 1 is that it's not flashy and it's a timeless piece that won't go out of style. This design has been around for 70 years and it's not going away anytime soon. Number 2, it could serve as a status symbol. I've read a story about a businessman who will wear horsebit loafers whenever he wanted to close a deal. And in his country, it actually worked. Because people are more likely to trust someone who looks successful, whether or not it's true, it was easier for him to make more money by spending $1,000 on a pair. Number 3, it's comfortable. These are pretty comfortable when you wear them, and if you get the proper size, it'll wrap around your feet as if they took your exact measurements. Also, the leather is really soft, so you'll have the snug feeling. Number 4, the heels are foldable. This is a huge advantage for loafers because you can wear different types of outfits and it's meant for all season. During spring, summer, simply fold the back and you'll have no problem with shorts, and during winter, just put it back up. Now here are the cons. Number 1, it's expensive. It's definitely not worth the price point other than the brand value. So if you love the history of the brand itself or you just love the design, that's understandable. But if you're buying these, you shouldn't say, oh, I respect the craftsmanship. There are many other handmade leather loafers that have better build quality and don't smell like glue. It's not the craftsmanship that you're buying. Number 2, there are a lot of fakes. I've seen a lot of fake Gucci loafers or other shoe brands that copy the exact same design. That brings down the value of authentic pairs because someone could assume yours is fake when it's not. Try to stay away from fake products because first of all, it's illegal, and secondly, it looks fake. Number 3, a lot of people already have it. This kind of rolls back to number 2. Whether it's fake or authentic, a lot of people have Brixtons. During 2017 and 18, Brixtons were sold out in most stores, meaning that many people own these. So if you're looking for something more unique, you can either look for embroidered ones or stay tuned for the next pair that I'll be reviewing. As you've noticed, the box has entirely changed this season. I personally prefer the previous one more, but maybe I'm just not used to this one. Michele is a crazy designer in a good way, and he's known for doing extraordinary stuff. I'm actually not that surprised by the box design because if you see his Illuminati shows, it's creepy. Now going to the box itself, we got the little flap here again, and this also has an RFID tag. Once you open the box, you'll see 2 dust bags and the guarantee card. After that, you'll see these gorgeous Yonder loafers. These are the new Runway models. By the way, if you go on Gucci's official website, you can see which ones are worn in runways and ad campaigns. I really have to say that I love these much more than the Brixtons because it fits the recent trend of square toes and the retro look. Square toes have recently been really popular and Gucci did a great job fitting the trend with these Yonders. Starting from the top, we have this delicate GG logo on a modified version of horsebit. You can see that it resembles the horsebit, but Gucci made it better this season. I love this design because it's vintage and futuristic at the same time. And when looking from the top, it might look a bit small on image, but when you see it in real life, it's definitely noticeable. A little info on these guys, they do wobble a bit if you touch them, but as you're walking, they're not going to be a problem at all. Yonders are less formal than Brixtons because of this logo here. However, the vintage design itself compensates for that, and the square toes actually look much formal than the narrow shape that Brixtons have. So I could imagine wearing these to business meetings, weddings, on a date, any formal occasions, like it wouldn't matter. The only place I won't wear to is a funeral. In terms of the construction of the shoes, these are almost identical to Brixtons. Nothing hand stitched, and the bottom sole is also glued. The only difference would be the height of the heel. These are 1-inch heels and Brixtons have half-inch heels. When you wear them, there's really not much difference. I couldn't really tell. And since you're not going to be running in these, it wouldn't be a problem. One thing to note about Yonders is that the front is more spacious than the Brixtons. Brixtons have a slimmer shape, so the front is more tight, but these are way more spacious. So if you have wide feet, Yonders might be a better choice for you. Inside, we got this Gucci logo stamped and the serial number on the side. All the inner lining is made with tan leather, which is not good for sweaty feet. And going to the bottom, this is where I was shocked the most when I first received these, because they have these Illuminati eyes here. It's just too sad to destroy these, so before I go outside, I'll definitely be putting the sole stickers. As I've mentioned before, the bottom sole is glued. It's not really a big deal because I'm not going to be hiking or running in these. However, one thing that you have to be careful is any sharp objects. These sound like really firm wood. So if you step on sharp objects and you're really unlucky, it might start to crack or even split the shoes. Once it's damaged, you can take it to Gucci and they'll fully replace the sole with additional cost. It's going to cost more than going to your local cobbler, but Gucci will do it with the Gucci sole, so I definitely recommend going to Gucci store. Number 1, it's a recent design, meaning that you'll see less people wear it and you can become one of the trendsetters. People will ask, where did you get those? And it's always a nice feeling when other people appreciate your taste. Number 2, it has higher heels. This could also be a con because some people actually prefer lower heels, but when I wore Yonders, I didn't feel any discomfort with an inch height. Number 3, it's more Gucci than the Brixtons. Because horsebit loafers are so popular, many designer brands make horsebit loafers and a lot of lower end brands manufacture them as well. This lowers the value of authentic Gucci horsebit loafers, but Yonders are exempted from that. Since it has the GG logo and is obviously Gucci, it won't lose its brand value. Number 4, it has less fakes. Yonders just came out, so it has less number of fakes than Brixtons. But this is only valid for the first couple of months. After that, there's probably going to be infinite supply of fake Yonders, so this is a temporary pro. Now these are the cons. Number 1, it doesn't deserve the price tag. Again, same with the Brixtons, neither of these loafers meet the quality of $1,000 shoes. Honestly, I've rarely seen any luxury shoes meet the quality of its price tag, so this was expected, but if you're looking for quality, these are not the best choice. Number 2, it's made with cheap manufacturing methods. None of the stitches are hand sewn and the bottom sole is glued. So when you wear these loafers, make sure you avoid rain and snow. Number 3, Yonders are less comfortable than Brixtons. Brixtons have softer leather with lower heels, making it more comfortable. Yonders don't have that snug feeling because of that extra space in the front. I would say Yonders look better and Brixtons are more comfortable. Now, if I were to pick between these two, I would go with the Yonders. The reason for that is because it fits the recent trend, it's a newer model, and it's a runway piece, so you feel special. Overall, neither of these fit the price point because you could easily find fully handmade loafers that don't smell like glue and will be much cheaper than these. I would say it's only worth it if you're willing to invest in a piece that everyone will notice. That would be the only worth it point of these pairs. Otherwise, if you're looking for quality per dollar, these are definitely not the ones. So that was my review for this week, and I hope you guys find this video informative. I tried to keep it concise as possible while delivering what I want to say, which is so hard. I want to say much more, but that will get you bored. If you watched up to this point, thank you so much because I talked for a while today. And make sure to subscribe to my channel to get more honest reviews. I'll be back with a better video next week. Bye!